Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, where last time we, Defiance Bay erupted into a massive riot. The city's on fire. We cannot go back. So our only choice is to pursue the Ledenki, who are doing something in Twin Elms, according to the last sort of memories of Lady Webb. So we're here in Stormwall Gorge, where the water has drained down from below. And we found this cave here that we want to check out real quick. And I do notice that we are pretty wounded. I don't remember why that happened. It's been a couple days since I last played. Severe burns, I don't remember. What? Nothing in here, surely, right? I don't know. This looks like, judging by the splash art here, that this is just another entrance into the Ingwithan ruin up above. Oh, hi. This is awkward. There we go.
We'll fare better if we get some sleep.
Yeah, everybody wants some sleep.
I shall be discreet.
We'll sleep when we're dead. Okay. Oh, this is a really small section. We got a troll. And kill the troll. There's the sort of water. One of that is what would lead up to the place, the ruin above. What do we got here? Okay, we'll go take on that troll first. Might be a couple more trolls in here. There are a couple more things. Good. Now go for the troll. Okay, we can't get to him. Oh, he's... There we go. Alright. What is this place? It's like a...
Look at this.
Oh. Ooh, nice.
On the trail.
What do we got here? Souls bound in eternity. These bones are partially corroded. They are coated with thick slime. An exceptional padded armor. Oh, we have to go all the way back up there. Okay, we'll go as a team. Let's see what's back here. Oh, it's just a cape. Mantle of wreathing flame. Capes and cloaks can be worn for protection, blah, 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 blah. Friendly aura grants wreathing flame. Huh. That's kind of cool. I don't think it's better than anything we have, but it's cool. Can we click that again? No. Okay. Looks like we got stairs that are blocked off. Got some sort of sarcophagus here.
Look at this.
And some sporelings. Okay. We good? We good. Alright. That unlock this trap.
There. Done.
There. And we have gauntlets of accuracy. Okay. I've got plenty of those. Azuro has arrived, offering to sell you a rhyme cutter for 600 copper. That sounds like a great deal to me. Oh yeah, we have a prisoner now. After seeing that her cohorts were afraid to face me, she had second thoughts and surrendered. Neat. We can get rhyme cutter. Merchants claim that this axe hails from the white that wins, the foreboding icy homeland of the Pale Elves. It does bear the same qualities of its homeland, for the blade is coated in a perpetual layer of frost and emanates a deathly cold. For all that, the head of the axe is surprisingly light, making it maneuverable and easier to control after a swing. Ain't that convenient? 20% attack speed, 25% freeze damage. It's a pretty good axe. I'm gonna buy it. I'm never gonna use it, but I'm gonna buy it. Gonna get all the relics. What does this one say? Souls bound in eternity. Okay. I like that little hallway there. That was really cool with all the glowing runes going down and the water on the ground. Really neat. If only I could swim. Although it does make sense, really. Because, you know, we have armor on. So it'd probably be really difficult to swim, if not impossible. Okay. So we can go... Can we leave out this way? To get to where we're going? We can. Elmshore. Yeah, we'll go. Your party is considered high level for the content in Elmshore. If you would like, the critical path can be increased in difficulty to give you more of a challenge. The rewards you receive will be the same, regardless of the options you choose. Your choice cannot be changed once it has been selected. Oh, we get to choose this again, huh? I think we're going to keep it standard. I know that... I know it's not much of a challenge anymore. But I do kind of like that aspect. I really am against scaling for the most part. It doesn't change the rewards we get either. Standard. Hopefully it doesn't trivialize like if we fight Theos, I hope that's still somewhat challenging. I don't expect it to be super challenging. I mean, we were able to kill the frosty alpine dragon without... Well, I mean, I think we had to try it multiple times, but it wasn't like...
Ogre Arch, dead ahead.
Ogre Arch, dead ahead, okay. Let's go ahead and... You know what? We don't need to rest. I ain't scared. I like these trees. Those are nice big trees. I like big trees. Alright. In fact, this whole map is very... I like... It feels very beautiful. Antelope. Ogre Arch, dead ahead. Where? Is it here? There's Audra. Forest trolls. Ooh, man, there's a lot of stuff there. Go ahead and do one of these. And then move out. Everybody onto this guy. Onto this guy. And then onto this guy. Keep moving. Keep attacking.
That's not very helpful.
I love that proc on her bow. It's so good. We still need to find the lair of the sky dragon. I don't know where that would be. Oh, that looks like an Ogre Arch, doesn't it?
All right, then.
I think we found it. There's also a soul. Oh boy, that's not good. Save it. Ooh, that's a lot of people. Oh, these guys are back.
That's not very helpful.
Good. Everybody up here. Go and hit them with that. And again. Good. And then we haven't done one of these in a long time. A bounding missile. What's going on over here? Okay, it's another dead. Kill the eye dragon. Good. And last but not least.
Got him.
Here we go. It was a pretty dangerous fight, really. Imagine if I had scaled that. I probably would have died there, for being honest. Okay. Well, Sagani, let's see what we got going on here. The Ogre Arch looms in front of you. Just as you saw it through Persoc's eyes, Sagani turns, watching the trees for movement. As the arch shadows fall over you, the wooded shore fades into a different scene. You're standing in another forest. Blackened, bare trunks claw their way out of the soil and keep a solemn vigil over the young trees and tender shrubs. You move through the woods, and the ruins scattered throughout them. Stone pillars and broken arches show the bones of some destroyed buildings. Between and amidst it all are elves and orlins, their faces painted and their bows drawn. Burnt trees, crumbling ruins. Where's this? No one seems to recognize it. I've seen the next location.
I'll follow you.
She counts the arrows in her quiver before adjusting the weight on her shoulder.
I always get a strange feeling near the end of a hunt. Like an itch on the end of my nose. I feel like we're close.
You sound surprised.
I am. After all this time. A part of me had already accepted that I'd never find him. That I'd be stuck wandering like this forever. I'll admit, I didn't believe you at first. Still didn't until now.
She looks at you out of the corners of her eyes. Sagani, I've done quite a lot of things for you just to now start believing in me. What changed?
I haven't spent this much time around anyone since the long hunts in Nasitak. But I've gotten to know you, seen how you deal with Kith. Whatever else you turn out to be when we find Theos, you're honest. I know you wouldn't lead me astray in this.
What I mean is, thanks. No one's done this much for me in a very long time. Feels almost like I'm part of a village again. What will you do after this is over?
Good question.
She runs her hand over the smooth, chiseled surface of the arch. It's been hard to see a purpose behind the last 5 years, but lately I've started to realize just how much Persoc shaped our village, how his efforts and sacrifices added up, made us stronger. Bringing his blessing back to Masuk will strengthen us and draw us even closer together, and I'm proud to know that I'll be the one returning with it. She thumps the Adra wall with the heel of her hand. But I'm getting ahead of myself. First, we've got to find Persoc, as well as your quarry, Klesia. Should give me time to figure out what I'll say to him. What do you think you'll tell him? She just said she doesn't know.
I guess that depends on who he is now. I'd like to think that traveling for 5 years entitles me to give him a solid earful about all of it. But what really matters to someone in Persoc's position? The village he left behind? The family he likely won't remember?
I wish my fractured memories told me more about the people closest to me. If I'd accomplished as much as Persoc, I'd want to hear about it. He's a new person now. I'm not sure any of it really matters. I'm sure you'll know what to do. I kind of feel like number 3, but I don't know if that's what she'd want to hear. He's a new person now. I'm not sure any of it really matters.
If none of this matters, then what's the point of me even finding him?
There isn't one.
Or of you finding Theos, for that matter?
That's a little different. That's a lot different, actually. Like, you're talking about finding a guy who's not awakened and then awakening him. I'm talking, but for me, I've already been awakened. I'm trying to find somebody who knows what that is about, right? It's a little different. It's similar, right? They're related, but they're not the same. Moving on with our present lives, I don't know. There is no point. Circumstances have forced us into these roles. We're doing this for others, for Masuk, and for the Deerwood. I don't know.
Well, I feel better already.
Yep. Let's talk about something else. Let's move on. Yeah.
Hey.
I don't think, Klessie is curious. And I guess I have the whole, sort of headcanon that the Ledenki were hunting her, and that's why she was a drifter. But I don't think the game's really sort of supported that.
You're not getting through me.
Jesus. There are tons of enemies here.
Aye?
Okay. Okay, so they're immune to that spell. Go ahead and do one of these. I guess we should do my stuff too. Come on, guys. Attack.
Enemy is over attack.
Everybody on this guy. Everybody on that guy. Classia, go ahead and fire one of these. Right there. Good. Everybody on this thing. Everybody on this thing. Oh, Kana's down. That's not good. Alright. On the Eye Dragon. Earthblight. There we go.
I think it may be time to strike up camp.
All soulbound upgrades are completed. Gets an extra 3 resolve for the final thing. Cool. Alright, let's read this. Gerd Haywains. Gerd Haywains Stennis. The Bluestone Scepter is remarkable in that it has been shaped from a single sapphire. That's kind of cool. Its only other component is its grip, made of silver bands. Ein Gerd, the most famous scepter in Adir and perhaps all of Aora, is held jointly by the Mequin and Furkoning as a symbol of a royal authority, and is said to carry the souls of early chieftains in its Adra head. Though traditionally thought of as symbolic, there have been a few notable times in history when it was put to practical use. In one such instance, Mequin Elea the First had her claim to the throne challenged by an older half-sister claiming to be a legitimate heir. Elea invited her to court so that people might hear her words with their own ears and judge for themselves. The woman spoke at length and showed a number of sworn documents to those present at court. Elea summoned her to the throne and told her that if the chieftains of Ein Gerd judged her worthy, the Mequin would abdicate. The woman that approached Elea was told to bow her head to receive the kiss of Ein Gerd. She did so, and was quickly felled by a barrage of savage blows from the Mequin. It was the last time her authority was challenged during her reign. That's how you take care of people challenging your throne. In attendance in court that night was Tarek III, a Grief Palatine. So impressed was Tariq at the many uses of the Ein Gerd that he had an artisan craft him a scepter of his own. He was careful to request that it differ completely in appearance from the Ein Gerd, lest he draw the attention and ire of the Mequin. Though Gerd Haywanis Stennis does not contain the souls of the Grief's bloodline, it does tend to project the authority of the wielder as the original owner intended. Cool. It's a very nice scepter. Take all that. Got some camping supplies. Perfect, because we're about to camp. Camp. Sleep. Okay. Take those supplies.
Hey.
And okay. What's going on here? Average adventure completed. Okay, cool. Alright, so we can't just... We have to get to the other side of the map to get to Twin Elms. But we've got other things to look through. More of the map to explore. Okay, let's get back on that road. Console Hot's head's just floating there. Useless. There's a bounty here that we have to find. Okay, we got a cool looking bridge here. Let's go down this way. Dead body. Take it. Okay. Let's go to the north of the bridge. Take that. Can I walk up there? I can. What's up here? A stone circle.
Time to see and not be seen.
Nothing. Okay. Interesting. This is definitely going to be something one day, right? I imagine. Okay. That also looks like it's something, doesn't it? That's definitely something.
Hello?
What the hell's going on here? Alright. Get to the eye dragon. Kill the eye dragon. Do that. Oh, the eye dragon is dead. Perfect. Love you attack that. Gonna go ahead. Buy one of those right there. Good. Everybody on him. Do that. Okay, everybody on him. There we go. Got some experience from the Greater Rain Blight.
All right, then.
Alright, then. Alright, I guess we'll follow this road up. See where it leads. Another path. A whole bunch of paths. Looks like we got another bridge here.
Would you look at this?
Ooh, what's that? Some money. An elder stag. Okay. Huh. This is an interesting map. I wasn't expecting the river to have two bridges going across it. That's... I have low standards for what I think is interesting. An ogre druid. Oh my goodness. Are these the mercenaries? Or not the mercenaries, the bounty I need to take care of? Might be. Do that. Do that. Ooh. Oh, some damage there. Get these guys. Attack him. You need to do interdiction. Do that. All of you guys attack this guy. Go ahead and do one of these.
Eh?
Do one of those. Good. Do that. All of you on him. You guys on him. Kana, where are you at? What are you doing, Kana? Can you do some stuff? Yeah, go ahead and summon some of these guys. Good. And are you got the wrong thing out, buddy. Get in there.
How may I help?
How may you help? Okay. Attack him.
Eh?
You're looking a little injured. I don't like that. Go ahead and do this one. Get everybody involved.
I'm here.
You attack him. Good. Attack him. Good. All of you onto this guy. Or the matron, rather. Good, and then everybody turn to the orc or the ogre druid. There we go. Take all of that. Take that. Take that. Okay, so this was not
All right, then.
the bounty. At least not the bounty yet. Might have led to it. There's a cave there. Which I imagine is going to be an ogre cave. Oh, cool. How did I do that? Ah. Wait. How did that work?
Hey.
Awesome. So I have not known that I could have the camera just follow the party, so I don't have to move to the edge and stuff. That's actually really nice. It's a great thing to discover. Okay, so we have a cave there. There we go. Ah, so many of you guys.
Yeah.
Too many. Do this. Man, we slaughtered them though that time. There we go. That went well.
Hey.
Okay.
Be cautious. Be constant.
And this is just gonna lead here. Okay, so we've gotten everything but the other side of the river explored. Let's get that done now. Cross to this side here. Follow the road up. And that just leads us away. It's an antelope. And this would lead us to... It does not lead us to Twin Elms. Interesting. What about this one? How did we get to Twin Elms? I figured that would... I guess we just haven't found the right path yet. Odd. There's a Stalgar. A couple of them. Please help me. Oh, there's a dude. It's so cold. Dying monk. The man on the ground gasps for air, clutching his chest as he struggles. On closer examination, you see his red cloak obscures the full extent of his injuries. His face whitens as blood pools around him. Please, traveler. He reaches out arduously, extending his hand to you. Help the man to his feet. No, he moans, slumping out of your grip. Do not trouble yourself. This body is a ruined shell. My soul shall live on. That is all that matters. What happened? Forgetful. So careless. He mutters, blood seeping from his lips. Cut on my knuckles from morning practice. He holds his blood-soaked hand out in front of him. The Stalgars. They smelled the blood on me. Thought they found their next meal. The man reaches down to clutch his left leg, his finger running along a jagged length of bone protruding from his knee. Ugh. They were almost correct. The man eyes you with a glimmer of recognition. You are the Watcher. I'm told you're dishonest, manipulative, but you are... What? The man bites his lip, shaking as a wave of spasms rock his body. You are all I have in my final moments. Please listen. I was on a mission to deliver. His voice trails off, but his eyes fixate on his satchel resting by his side. Tell me of your mission. I'm not gonna lie, your wounds look too severe to be helped. Pull him out of his misery. This will be quick. Or put him out of his misery. Be still. Allow me to tend your wounds, or at least ease the pain. As you move close to help, the monk places his hand on yours and gently rebuffs your efforts with his remaining strength. Your intentions are kind, but I must embrace my suffering and ready my soul for its next journey. This must be delivered to my order. The monk weakly grasps for his satchel, drawing it from a messenger scroll case. Take it, he rasps, waving the missive at you. It needs to be carried to the celestial sapling. Give this to my brothers. They will reward you. Do not open it, he cries out, his voice cracking. The contents are for my brothers only. If the seal is broken, they will... Blood erupts from the man's mouth, streams of red oozing down his neck. His head slumps backwards, and his body goes still. Examine the scroll case. Stow the scroll case in your pack. Open the scroll case. Dexterity 18. Very, very carefully open the scroll case, attempting to not break the seals. Examine the scroll case. The scroll case is crafted of darkly stained oak in the likeness of a thin tower along its length. 5 wax seals adorn the case, each with its own symbol: a small flame, an open palm, a crescent moon, a shining sun, and a balanced scale. The seals would more than likely break if you were to try and open the case. Stow it in your bag. Yeah, I'm not going to open it. You place the scroll case in your pack and venture onward. And then loot. Didn't have a lot of money there, buddy. He's going through rough times, I guess. Okay. So we got another quest. We got to find the celestial sapling, huh? And that's not... I can't get there. I can't do it. It must be on the other bridge. The other side of the other bridge. Or maybe we have to go through Defiance Crossing. Although I didn't see... I don't think there's a way to the east from Defiance Crossing. I think it's just north and west. Let's go over here. Uh-oh.
Anyone suspected of treachery must be reported at once.
It's Theos. Yeah, I thought that voice sounded familiar. A pale...
Good, you have come. You have heard of the recent defections from our order caused by this apostate in Kratom.
A pale image of Theos beckons you with the curl of translucent fingers. An answer floats to the surface of your consciousness, remembered from ages ago. Yes, I have.
This is a dangerous woman whose lies spread like plague. She inspires chaos, sows conflict. Because of these unusual circumstances, I am speaking to all our initiates personally to ensure there is no more dissension.
You mean because she was one of us?
Who she was no longer matters. If her following continues to grow, there will be war, and all our work will be undone.
Theos hesitates.
You were recruited from Kratom, were you not? You must have known this heretic woman, Yavara.
At hearing the name, a flood of memories pours into your mind. She was my mentor. I was in love with her. She and I were friends. We may have met a few times. She's my sister. No, we've never met. No, we've never met. Lie. Oh, okay. Huh. I was in love with her? That could be interesting. Could just be friends. Could be acquaintances. Could be family. Could be fun. My mentor. I kind of like she's my sister. I'm leaning towards that one. Let's go with that one. She's my sister.
This is deeply troubling. She cannot be your sister. Not anymore. For the love of the gods, you must destroy all feelings you have for her.
I understand.
What I ask is no simple thing. But this is the only way I can keep your soul safe. I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well.
I understand, Your Eminence. Huh. Okay. Not getting a whole lot from that, though. Like, I still don't really know where we stand. Okay, let's go this way. Any other fights in this region? Not looking like it. Okay, this has to be it, right? Hearthsong. Okay, we could get to Hearthsong, which kind of looks like it's going to be like a Defiance Bay sort of place, right? It's got the palisade all around. It's probably like a village of some sort. Or maybe a full-blown city. But we have a cave to explore before we move on. So let's go do that. Potentially an Ogre Cave. Which is scary, because ogres are scary. But we should be okay. Dry cap. What do we got in here? Did I already kill the bounty? And I just didn't realize it? It's possible. I didn't really pay too much attention to the loot. I don't remember getting a journal entry, though.
My eyes are peeled.
Alright, got some elder bears here. And other things. too late. I think I just paralyzed my own people. Oh well. Oh well, it happens. Happens to the best of us. Interdiction. And go up there, do that. Do that. Good. Everybody else, attack the matron here. Matron's almost dead. Move up to this guy. Or the other matron, I guess. Kinda attack him. Okay, or attack him. I don't know. Just attack somebody, guys. There we go. Kill the druid. Ah, this must be the bounty. Okay. Knock him down. Knock him down again. And again. There we go. Nelrin the Wise is dead. Yep. To Warden Feargin at Cadnua. Awesome.
Nice and quiet.
What we got here? Anything interesting?
Why not?
Unlock that for me.
There, done.
The bones have been snapped and crushed by massive teeth. And Fenwalkers, plus 20 defense against stuck, paralyzed, hobbled. And bracers of deflection. Very nice. Okay. So for that quest, I think most of these are all return to Rumbold in Deerford Village. Oh yeah, it's the bugged quest I can't do. I think a lot of these are going to be companion quests. Yes. Yep. And the master below. Sealed missive. Bounty Brynlod. So that goes to Stalwart, and this goes to Cadnua, and the Blade of Endless Path. Okay. Well, let's go to Twin Elms. I wonder how long it's going to be before we can go to Defiance Bay. Do you have to do everything in Twin Elms first, do you think? I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe we can go back now. Maybe it's just like a day sort of thing. This is a quick day riot, you know, as you do. Alright, Hearth Song. Look at that. Got a lot of the map explored now. It's good stuff. It's gonna take 12 hours to get there. Is this gonna be like a big sort of tree city? Teldrassil sort of thing? By splash art, it looks like there will be a tree involved. Okay. Search Twin Elms for signs of Theos. Estremore, still.
Estremore?
The warrior saunters over, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath streaks of paint. He glances at your gear before favoring you with a long look. Another fugitive from the burning city? The 6 tribes of Airglamfath welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Heartsong district. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into other districts. Those are forbidden to Estremoran. What can you tell me about Twin Elms? The city is sacred to all Glenfathans, as it is the place where our ancestors first encountered the Builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the Builders' relics. When the builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live among their structures here. It is the only place in Irglanfath where this is permitted. The sacred city is divided into 4 districts. Hearthsong, the common district. Old Song, the site of our temples. Elms Reach, home of the Dilimgan, and Druids. And the Burial Isle, which is the most sacred place in the city. Tell me about Hearthsong. This is Hearthsong. It's a place where Glenfathans and Estramoran may gather together. It is also the site of the Passage of the Six, where our tribal leaders and Anamfatha meet. He points to a large round building at the other end of the district. That way is the market. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like a Glenfathan. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. There you will find the way to the Celestial Sapling. Awesome. We have to deliver that scroll there. Which temple lies in Old Song? There is Noonfrost, which is dedicated to Rimergan, a group of pale elves from the frozen southern lands, arrived not long ago to oversee it. There's also the Nest, a temple of Hylia, and Galawain's Maw, a den of beasts dedicated to the hunter god. The route to the Burial Island also lies that way. Tell me about Elms Reach. There lies Tir Evron, one of the only towers of the builders that is still in perfect condition. Two great elm trees twine around it. Even the mightiest works of the gods protect the works of the builders. 2 Delimgan sisters dwell there now. The Hall of Warriors stand at the other end of the district. Rumor has it that Anamfath, Simak of the 3 Tusk Stalgare is there now. Elms Reach is also where the Druids keep their halls. There are the Ovates of the Golden Grove and the Ithic Knoll of Blood Sands. Many shudder at the brutal sacrifices of the Ithic Knoll, but High Ovate Arona is just as powerful in her own way. Do you know anything about the Burial Isle? It is the place where our Anamfatha are laid to rest among stones placed by the builders. They say the souls of some of the Anamfatha linger there still. The way lies through Old Song. It is the holiest place in all of Twin Elms. That's all I wanted to know. Something else you wish to hear? Why is it forbidden to enter the remaining districts of Twin Elms? Twin Elms is a sacred city, built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the works of the builders, and it is the only place in all Irglanfath where it is permitted to set foot among these sacred places. The Estramoran, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. His words trigger something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Adra. Just as quickly, the image fades. A leader of one of the tribes could give you the permission of the city. Only Anamimfath, Bethwell, is present in the Passage of the Six today, and she has her own troubles. He jerks his head at a long hut in the middle of the district. You have other questions about Twin Elms? I haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. The oldest of the 6 tribes. He points the tip of his sword at a long hut behind him, up the stairs and into the Passage of the Six. This is where our Anamfatha gather. Bithwil, the Anamimfath of the Gilded Compass, can tell you more. Guided Compass, rather. Who are the builders? You know them as the Ingwithans. To us, they are the builders, creators of the sacred places that we guard to this day. I'll keep your words in mind. Best that you keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears that the riots have ended and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more. There we go. So we can go back to Defiance Bay. Question answered.
This is where the famous hunters of Air Glanfoth dwell?
It is, I think. Okay. A whole new city to explore, huh? Let's see. It did happen. The warriors saw the strange man break into Tir Evron. Huh? How could the Estramore intruder sneak over the grounds of Elms Reach? It sounds like Theos. Sounds like something that bastard would do. Alright, well, first things first, let's go to the inn. Oh no. A whole new city of souls to read. Alright, Nadam. reach out. You see a pair of muscled legs whirling through the air, knocking down 2 opponents and twisting backwards into another. The monk takes a deep breath and smoothly reverses a brutal uppercut, disabling a 4th combatant, and a leg sweep marking his victory as the 5th falls to the ground. He's a blur of action as he vaults over a wall and dives smoothly into an open window. The room is empty. He centers himself and continues, knocking one guard unconscious after another. The only sound of his passing are the grunts and moans of the injured and the incapacitated. There are no deaths tonight. He makes his way through the building, single-minded, toward a central room, taking out another 2 guards, with a motionless invasion of their minds, a skill half remembered from another lifetime. He enters the room. The wisp of a man inside bows, his smile mocking, and disappears. A projection, nothing more. The monk bows back and leaves back the way he came. Alright. Elfwin, Winterwolf. You hear it before you see it. A scream rends its way through the air as what was once a woman falls to the ground, a mess of blood and bone. Another falls to the right, paralyzed by a force far beyond her control as she is halved by a magical blade. Above, 2 corpses are caught in a web, cocooned and fed upon by a bevy of giant spiders, glutting themselves on the kill. Beneath them, a man stands frozen in panic and grief, unaware of the spider descending silently down on a thick rope of webbing. He is broadsided by another man just in time, who knocks him out of the way, but is unable to avoid the spider himself. The spider snatches him up and sinks 2 fangs the size of bull horns into him, eliciting a terrible shriek. Another man laughs, weaving his spells into a night of death and betrayal. The last man, the one who was saved, scrambles to his feet and runs, throat coarse from screaming, eyes shot with panic and tears. He looks over his shoulder, his eyes lingering on a woman's torso, unrecognizable in death, a ring on its finger matching one on his. Then he turns back toward the exit and does not look back again. Ooh. That's a gruesome one right there. That is a gruesome story. Ugh, spiders. They're the worst. Alright, let's keep going. I got children here. Tribeswoman. Got a nice little stream here. That's stealing, so I won't do that. Zed, follow the gates to the east. Maybe across here? Guess I could look on the map, huh? Renato. The water's cool and crisp. I actually really like this place. It's really calming. She'll pay! That witch she'll... Fuming with anger and pacing in tiny circles, the Valian merchant aims his rant at you as you approach. You there! Have you come here to trade with the savages? Learn from my example and take your business elsewhere. Spittle accents is every sentence. Liars, cheats, swindlers. That duplicitous bitch, Alarhi. She claims to be selling Alard Gola flower buds. But all I have now is 6 bushels of common houseplants. The herbs are useless. He throws a handful of dried plants on the ground, stomping on the brittle stems and leaves, kicking up pungent, savory scents. I'll get my money back from that swindling savage. Okay. It sounds like there might be a reason why she conned you, buddy. What do you intend to do about this? When I get my hands on... Renato halts his sentence, his eyes darting about at the nearby Glenfathan guards. I'm in the savage's home court, so it's my word against hers. Where does that leave me? I'd be a fool to threaten her here, on tribal soil. He sighs, pressing on his temples. I cannot sell this worthless herb to recover my coin, and I am powerless to confront Alari. I don't suppose, he looks at you, sizing you up. If you're willing to mediate, perhaps you could succeed where I failed? I would, of course, pay you handsomely for your troubles. I'll see what I can do. Yeah. I'll see what's going on. Sure.
Welcome.
Let me see what you've got for sale. Renato looks away from you, scratching his neck and shifting his feet. I am destitute and have but a few meager offerings left to sell. How dreadfully embarrassing. If I can recover my investment from Malari, I'll have funds to resupply my stores. Until then, you're welcome to take a look at what I have still in stock. Alright, Nothing I want. Alright. Ooh, who are you? Rotuck. You want up? I pool. The Celestial Sapling. Oh, it's like a little lift system. That's really cool. That's really neat. I like that. I mean, I hope Rotuck's getting paid properly, of course, but I like it. And I guess you're the ogre that lets us down? Hold on, there's something here. What is this? I can't click it. Okay, never mind. Alright, so we have Celestial Sapling. Now this is a cool tavern. I don't know about the frightened villager there. That's not good. Alright, Ishgwinin. You see a man, his eyes hidden behind horn-like growths, his face broken in despair. His frenetic pacing distracts another man who curses and begins his chant again. The body of a woman lies on the table below, all slack white skin and punctured chest and rounded belly. Life left her body days ago, but the man chants over her husk, spell after oddly rolling spell, until sweat burns through his lashes and onto his chin. For a moment, her eggshell eyes open, cold and void. The pacing ceases. Her body falls back to the table with a crack, unmoving, and the broken man weeps tears of black from his misshapen face. The men leave. Time passes. The body screams until morning. Is he trying to save her? I don't really know what happened there. Nessia Silversmith. You see a woman of fire, twisting and dancing through a horde of skeletal enemies. Arrows stream through the air, but with a twist of her wrist, she sends a sheet of fire careening toward the offending archers, incinerating all in its path. She screams, concentration lost as a pike pierces her leg and forces her to the ground. As the skeletons advance, she begins to burn brighter, hotter, chanting something between gritted teeth. She flickers out for a moment, the fire contracting, and then waves of white fire explode from her, destroying everything in their path. The only thing left is the sound of her panting and a pained grunt as she twists the pike from her leg and plants it in the ground to support herself as she gets up. She turns to leave, limping slowly toward the door, but something stops her. A guttural, inhumane whisper weaves its way through the air as a final figure rises into the air before her, claiming her, beckoning. Against her will, she is drawn forward, nose filled with the reek of death and dust. Her face is glazed, unresponsive. She falls at the creature's feet, and something in her comes awake. Eyes burning, she stands once more and stretches out a hand, stroking the skeleton's ivory cheek, turning bone to cinder and ash. She stands there, long after it is gone, ashes blowing in some spectral breeze. Something had laid claim to her, and this was not the end of it. It's worrying. Okay. See any named people in here? No, I see another soul. There's the bartender. Eleutherian, the haggard shoes. We got a path up there, too. The unusual stone pulses with warmth. That's cool. It's a cool way to warm the place up. Alright, Camille Witchmere. You see a man browsing through some goods at a stall near the edge of a busy marketplace. This elf is standing against the side of a building nearby, seeming to look off into the distance. Although she gives the appearance of calmness, even nonchalance, her eyes are locked on the man across the street from her. Her gaze never wavers, never leaves him. He finishes browsing and wanders down the street, looking from side to side. She waits for him to almost get lost in the crowd, then pushes away from the wall and follows him, always keeping him in sight, but never getting close enough to be seen. Eventually, he turns down a side street, walking to an opulent residence with a private entrance. She approaches cautiously, watching him as he undoes a series of mystical locks on the door. When he finishes and the door swings open, she steps forward. At the sound, he turns to face her. She looks him in the eye and there is an almost imperceptible flash in her gaze, and suddenly he is standing rigid, his eyes glazed. She smiles, extends her hand in greeting, and looks into his house. He takes her hand like someone in a trance, blank face never registering recognition. "I can't wait to see all the goods you're going to give me," she says conversationally, and guides him into the house, glancing over her shoulder to ensure no one is watching them. A thief! Thief! Okay. Guess we'll talk to you first, buddy.
Hello.
A middle-aged elven man stands behind the counter of the inn. He has a warm, open face and smiles pleasantly in greeting as you approach. "Welcome, welcome. I'm always glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you like, my friend. It seems to me you've walked a long road. All are welcome here, and those with interesting stories most welcome of all. Can I see what you have for sale? I want a room, like to hire. Who are you? Who are you?" "My name is Elitharion. They call me Haggard Shoes, for all the walking I used to do, and all the boots I wore down. But those days are well behind me. My eyes have seen a great deal, and now my ears get their full from the travelers who come through here. A fine way to spend one's days, to my thinking. I'm always glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you like, my friend. It seems to me you've already read that. Tell me about this place." "Of course." Elitharion's face brightens. I found the inn many years ago, but in many ways its tale begins much earlier. It was while I was returning from a long journey south that I first heard the story of the tree upon which this inn rests. Hundreds of years ago, a strange event occurred. The sky was troubled that night, with many stars falling across the sky, and one of those same stars began to plummet instead towards Aora. It fell here, striking a young tree and burying itself within it like a fiery heart. But the tree survived, and over the years it grew and grew and grew, twice as big as its fellows in half the time, until it reached the size you see now and grew no more. Hearing the tale, I knew I must find the truth, and you see it there." He gestures toward the large stone at the center of the room. "Around the tree's heart I built this inn, to welcome all travelers who might look upon it." Kana looks over at the stone and grins. "A fine story. I'll carry that one home. I'm always glad, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, we read that. Leave. Alright. It's a really cool idea for an inn. Hi, monks. Are you the guys I give the thing to?
Greetings.
The monk massages his temple, his face buried in his palm. As you approach, he looks up. "This room needs a proper door," he mutters. "My brothers and I rented this space that we may have some measure of privacy in this foreign land. Perhaps you could find another room here in the inn?" "Who are you?" I'm going to ignore that and just talk to you anyway. Briefly opening his mouth to answer, the monk swallows his words. He looks you up and down, carefully choosing his response. "My brothers and I were having a private discussion in a room we rented for our own use. Please, there is a tavern full of people who would provide you with the banter you seek. What brings your order to this place?" "We travel where the teachings take us," the monk mutters, his voice slow and measured. "Not that it is any of your business. I met another monk in robes like your own. He died of his wounds right as I found him." The monk's eyes widen. His fists curl in a crackling barrage of popping joints. "Robes like ours, you say? Was he carrying anything? Did he tell you anything? Hand you anything? Please, we've been waiting for another of our order to meet us here, and if you found him..." All eyes fall to the floor as the monks begin to whisper chants in unison to their fallen friend. "I don't remember." "He said nothing and gave me nothing. He gave me this missive." "Hand me that," the monk exclaims as he snatches the missive from your grasp. Almost immediately, his face turns red. Please, this is of great importance." Breaking the seals, the monk unrolls the handwritten scroll contained within and quickly reads the message, his lips breathlessly mouthing the text. He turns to address his brothers. "My brethren, the arch-martyr has sent word. At long last, we now have what we need." "Thank you, stranger," the monk says, folding his hands in front of him as he bows deeply. "Your honest soul is to be applauded. I admit, I was surprised when you handed me the message. I expected the seals to be broken." The monk turns red, his face smiling for the first time. "I'm glad to see common decency is not yet lost from this world." He reaches into the folds of his robes. "Here, Your honesty must be rewarded. Yes, it must. What did you give me? Alia Brachia. Added to inventory. What is that? Ooh, it's a shield. A small shield. This small shield is of lightweight construction, intended to be maneuvered in a swift and dynamic fashion as its namesake. Despite the fine craftsmanship, it was most famously known as the weapon of a pit fighter who used the shield and a distinctive dance-like fighting style to turn his opponent's attacks against them. Nice. We have nobody that's going to use it, but nice. Alright, we got here. The bed rocks with the gentle swaying of the tree. Oh, that sounds extremely comforting.
All right, then.
It's like all the beds in here are hammocks, but they have the comfort of a bed, but like the swaying properties of a hammock. Ah, it sounds great. Could buy passage to the Republics, maybe. You're the only frightened villager. What's up with you? This man looks up sharply as you approach, eyes going wide. You're the one he's looking for. He sets down his wine. You killed Lord Raedric. Keep it down, idiot. How dare you accuse me of something so heinous? What if I did? No, you don't understand. It didn't work. I'm one of the guards at the keep. Was one of the guards. He's killed most of them. The ones you didn't. What are you talking about? Kolsk. He didn't last very long. What? Nothing but empty air, him. Nice enough to work for, I mean. Much nicer. But that didn't help him when Raedric came back. Gods. The screaming. His eyes. It was like he was burning inside. He shudders. He says he's come back to lead us, like before. Says he's going to kill you for what you've done. I told him I'd find you. Give you his challenge. Do it all honorable, that sort of thing. He let me go, and I kept on running for as far as my coin let me. He laughs bleakly. Funny. Me running into you anyhow. I had never found this on my first playthrough. I don't think. Then perhaps I should seek him out. He's going to have to wait. I have more important things to do. I suppose you have some kind of trap waiting for me back there? You mean I have a chance to kill him again? How could I refuse? And what's your stake in all this? I suppose you have some kind of trap waiting for me back there? Who, me? And the poor fools Raedric threw off the ramparts? I haven't got a thing to do with them, and begging your pardon, but I'd rather keep as far from you as I can manage. Just going to sit here and drink, until I don't remember a thing. I wish you all the luck in the world, friend. There's something awful in that keep, howling after your blood. Champion of Barath. Return to Raedric's hold and find your challenger. Huh. Interesting. Look at that. Have a moment. I would like a word with you. Who are you? Gwyneth? Gwyneth?
Welcome.
A slender woman in dusty leathers locks eyes with you. It's good to see someone from more civilized lands around here. Her unkempt hair sprouts in wavy black tufts. Despite the fine features that sculpt her face, a cleft chin completes her boyish appearance. I'm learning firsthand the many shortcomings of Glenfathan hospitality. Her gloved hands come to rest on the pommel of a long estoc, cinched low on her hip. I can almost forgive the hostility towards outsiders, but the temperate taverns and these watered-down drinks, inexcusable. I hope I don't seem too forward, but I've heard of you. A sly smile carves a dimple on her cheek. You're famed among the dozens, and that makes us allies. She gives you a coytish, sideways glance. And allies, well, they help each other, don't they? Who are you? The woman passes dust off her leggings and gives you an exaggerated curtsy. Where did I leave my ambassadorial manners? She flashes a mocking smile. I am Sinwith. Pleasure to meet you. She lifts an eyebrow with a blushing smirk. For the time being, though, I'm just another Estremor minding her own business. What do you need help with? My friends have drawn some unwanted attention. Swineth, I don't know, whatever your damn name is, looks to both sides, scanning for uninvited listeners. Glenfathan scouts, and not just any mob of local zealots, the Fangs. She pauses to let the name settle in the air. The Fangs are a brutal, relentless bunch, eager to make an example of troublesome outsiders. As for why I need your help, her smile widens as she speaks. I need someone to warn the expedition that trouble is coming. I need someone ready to fight. If it comes to that. She taps her hand on the pommel of her estoc. With any luck, we'll reach my friends before the Fangs do. But if not, the Fangs have a reputation to uphold, so this might require spilling of blood. Why aren't you with the rest of your friends? Why not warn them yourself? Her posture stiffens at the question. It was my turn to handle far patrol. I spotted the Fangs on my trek back to camp. I knew that rejoining the main group would risk leading the enemy right back to the expedition. I know the woods, and I know how to stay quiet. But I didn't want to stake my friends' lives on my ability to sneak past expert hunters like the Fangs. If they noticed me warning my friends, we'd have been overrun. Swineth, I think I say her name differently every time, tilts her head to the side and points to you with a grin. But if they notice me and some reinforcements, like, say, you, well, at least then we can scare them off or put up a good fight. What did your friends do to draw the attention of the Fangs? Just setting foot in Glamfath is a good way to offend the tribes. I don't know how they picked up our trail. I suspect one of our newer scouts didn't cover his tracks well enough. When I spotted the Fangs, they were retracing a path the expedition had taken days before. Tell me about your expedition. I like to think we're on a mission of reclamation. Swineth darts a shrewd smile. It is said that our armies left behind many valuables in their hasty retreat from Irglamfath at the end of the War of Black Trees. So the way I see it, we're simply gathering up what our ancestors left behind. I doubt the Glamfathans agree with me on this. She adds with a dimpled grin. She does smile a lot, doesn't she? My expedition set out from Defiance Bay, heading directly east to cross into Glamfathan lands. I split off once we arrived at the Bale, the natural frontier between our nations. The plan was for me to keep my eyes on the Glamfathans, while the main group scoured the target area. For days we eluded them. She walks her fingers over the back of her leather glove, leaving a trail on its dusty surface. But the Fangs got wise to our presence. Your friends are trespassing. By local customs, they're criminals. Swineth frowns and blinks at you several times. You'll forgive me if I'm not sympathetic with face painters and their barbaric laws. Well, I'm not pretending that what we're doing is noble. I just don't believe trespassing is a crime that warrants execution. And okay. I'll help. Swineth smiles again with an overt display of dimples. So many dimples. Excellent. I knew I could count on you. She leans in and whispers, assuming the Fangs didn't already get them. My friends should now be at or around the Pilgrim's Trail in the North Weald. The plan was to camp along a trail leading to a temple of Hylia. Find my comrades, warn them the Fangs are coming, and help them clear out the forest. I'll head out first on my own to see if I can't lead the Fangs astray and buy us some time. She pulls her estoc a few inches out of its scabbard and cracks a smile. If the gods smile on us, we won't have to draw steel. Should it come to that. I'm glad you're on our side. Yeah, I bet you are glad I'm on your side. A cold breeze whistles through the leaves. I don't agree that I agree that they're criminals, but I also do agree that they probably shouldn't be executed for what they've done. But maybe, I don't know, it's not our laws. So, we'll see what we can do.